Are we gonna kill something now? Come on, maybe? Something small. Anything. Huh?
Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2, the Enhanced Edition, The Shadows of Arm. And when last we left off, if you had any doubts as to how dangerous the Underdark can be, just remember that last time we fought a Balor that the Svirfneblin accidentally dug up from the ground when they were trying to make a new mine shaft. Imagine that, you're digging for gems, go to the wrong place, and suddenly demons pouring out from the ground. And powerful demons at that. There aren't many demons that are more powerful than a Balor. But there are more dangerous things in this area, if you can believe that. It's this here. Each one of these faces with a gaping maw can be used, and if you try to, it says, manipulate the facet to release a trapped soul. Each of these contains someone, or something. And if you're guessing that most of the things in here are hostile, you're absolutely right. But not everything is. Perhaps this is where that child that we're looking for ended up. They found this thing, used it, and then got drawn in. That wasn't too long ago, so hopefully they're alright. Now, as for which one of these faces we're going to use first, we are going to use this one here. But we're going to do a little bit of preparation first. We are going to Simulacrum Korgan, and then we are going to have both Korgans berserk. This is very important. We want two targets that are berserked for the person that we free to choose from, not anyone else. You'll see why in a moment. We get that prompt, and then we release a lost soul. And there is a reason why Viconia is quite far forward. In fact, we'll have Viconia go a little bit further forward.
Away with you.
Who are you? I fear that you have lost your senses. Are you alright? This person has indeed gone mad, but unlike Yakman, this person is hostile. But like Yakman, we could restore this person's senses by casting a heal spell on them. Unfortunately, this wizard is exceptionally powerful, and has loads of defensive spells, and that fireball spell that detonates, centered on the caster. More worryingly, this caster has 9th level spells, which means imprisonment is one of them. And that has already started to be cast, but fortunately, Korgan is immune to imprisonment while berserked, which is very important. What? Who are you? I am Terry Coleman. I rescued you from your horrible imprisonment. I can imagine Terry just shouting that from the distance. Imprisonment? I have been imprisoned so long. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I had lost my mind in the nothingness. I am Ravelin. I think. It has been so long since I have said my name, since I have taken a breath to say my name. Did you imprison me? I mean no disrespect, but I really don't know. I was exploring, and that's all I remember. I would not inflict this imprisonment on another person. It seems quite cruel. It was. I thank you for your mercy. Here, take this as payment. It is quite valuable, but I would be needing it. I'm getting out of here and out of adventuring. Very wise. And that is just a maze. Maze is fine. We can deal with maze. Imprisonment, we can deal with that much less readily. We do not want imprisonment to hit our party. It will start happening eventually, but I don't want it to happen now. You have the reward, unfortunately, and we just need to wait for you to come back. It's only a matter of time. The higher the intelligence of the person that is affected by the maze, the faster they get out, and they do eventually escape. The perk of maze is that they are entirely immune to damage while in the maze. You could actually set up a really clever ambush with maze. You know somebody's coming to see you, and you're going to ambush them. You cast maze on people, and then they suddenly hop into being again and surprise the people you're going to attack. Now let's look at that reward. Can you identify it, Edwin? This is Albruin +1. Baselim was a large man, rumoured, far from his hearing, to be a werebear. He long wielded the sword Albruin in the protection of his village, slaying giant spiders that plagued the area. The sword protected him from their poison and also allowed him to see invisible red wizards who controlled some of the more fantastic variants. The reason for their enmity is unknown. Equipped abilities: immunity to poison. That's pretty good. Charge abilities: detect invisibility once per day. Also pretty good. Thaco +1. Not so good. This weapon would be really neat if it was a +3 or +4 weapon, but with it only being +1, we're not going to get much use out of it. And that's a shame. Let us rest. It's important that we have all of our spells ready, because it's quite likely we're going to be in another dangerous combat before this is all said and done. I'm going to move Dawn over to here, I'm going to move Terry over to here, and I'm going to have Konia activate the next one of these. This one. Release a trapped soul. Don't mind if I do! Who is trapped in here? The battle has been so long coming. Glithnadok, I will not be enslaved again! What? Wait, we don't have to do this. The living death must be erased. I fight for a place at the side of Gith. Unfortunately, we cannot talk Ritty out of fighting us. But that's not too bad, because Ritty really isn't that much of a threat. Ritty also has a really powerful scroll that we really want Edwin to learn at some point. First, here is the Backbiter +3. This cursed weapon will appear as a magical spear. However, when a combat situation arises, the wielder will attack an enemy and Backbiter will attack the wielder. For every attack made, Backbiter will attack the foe and also the wielder. This is a powerful spear, but one must ask if it is worth it in the end. The only way that Backbiter can be removed is by a remove curse spell. It is a +3 spear. It deals 3 points of piercing damage to the wielder upon every successful hit. It's really not worth using. The only way I could think that it could be helpful is if you're desperate for a weapon that can bypass some of the damage reduction of later enemies. There are better choices though. Let us now use this one over here. Do we have to go over to here to use it? Yes, we do. There we go. Who is next to be freed from the strange magical contraption?
Away with you!
Visions! More sights of my mind! Ha! I deny you! I know whereforth I remain. More people that wonder my head? What is the point? I've seen as much time and again. Curse my stagnant brain for its patterns. Whatever you be, I banish you! I shall not be a slave to phantoms. I know wherefore I am. I have rescued you. Relax and be free. My own thoughts taunt me with freedom when I know I remain trapped. I have seen too many dreams of release to believe. Back! Back to your hidden place in my head! Back! I will not believe this lie. You are confused. Perhaps mad. Calm yourself, or you will come to harm. Back! Your words are my own! I see nothing here but more illusions of freedom! Back! I will force you! You're going to fight me. Unfortunately, we have not managed to convince you. I think you can be convinced, but we failed. And so, you died. We did get a sword for defeating you. Let's have a look at it. This is Jaw the Bleeder +2. This blade belonged to Homang, a traveller from Karatur who accepted dubious service at courts throughout Faerun. Skilled in persuasion, he would use this sword to perform the Death of 1,000 Cuts, an ancient ritual from his homeland involving a lengthy series of small, painful incisions. The properties of the blade prevent blood from clotting, and the victim slowly bleeds to death. The sword was stolen, and its whereabouts have been a mystery until now. This is a +2 sword, 2 extra damage every round is dealt per hit until 10 hit points of damage is done. This is really good at stacking up small amounts of damage that will eventually kill the target. And as for this spell, I haven't yet looked at this. This is Improved Haste. The affected creature functions at double its normal movement and attack rates and receives a +2 bonus to its initiative. Thus, a creature moving at 6 and attacking once per round would move at 12 and attack twice per round. Spellcasting and spell effects are not sped up. There are 3 major differences between the 3rd level wizard spell Haste and this spell. First, there is no period of fatigue following the expiration of a spell. Second, this spell will only affect 1 creature. It's got to be powerful if that's the case, and it doesn't disappoint. As third, this spell actually doubles the number of attacks per round of the hasted creature. This spell also negates the effects of a slow spell, but it is not cumulative with itself or with other similar magic. Its effects will last for the duration, or until dispelled. This will make Terry Coleman a combat monster. She has 3 attacks per round right now. If we cast Improved Haste on her, she would get 6 attacks a round, which is monstrous. Now let us look at the remaining ones that we can use. There are only a few. Now let us look at this one here. You may notice that I'm not looking at this one. There's a reason for that. A very, very important reason. Let us release this soul and see who is contained within.
Yes.
I meant no harm, I swear. Please, cease your casting and... You are not the ones. You are from the light? I have not seen your tone before. But you have them among you. If you travel with the blessing of the drow, I offer my respect. I hope you shall let me live. Please, speak to me of your good intent. I am humble and only wish to go home. You may relax, young one. If you are Bedlin Daggleford, then I'm here to save you. The father sent you? Then I have been trapped here for some days at least. I have heard of such dark magic, but never thought I would see. I must hurry to him and tell him I am all right. I will say you rescued me as well. He will be grateful, of that I am sure. Hooray! We found the person we were looking for, and we've learned a little bit about this. It seems to be a drow device that ensnares people and traps them within. For how long? We don't know. There's this one, and this one. Let's look at this one here first. It's very tricky to highlight the one I want to look at. But there is definitely one here. There it is. There it is. Right. We shall release this trapped soul and see who is contained inside.
Away with you.
And I will not yield! You can never... What? Who are you people? I was facing a group of drow with my party, and... You have drow among your group! Keep your distance from me! I will not have them near me! Do not direct your wrath at me, fool. I am not your enemy here. I demand to know your intent. Where is the group I travelled with? Speak! I cannot speak for your party. I have only found you imprisoned here. I was imprisoned? Damnation! That blasted drow and his spells must have gotten me. I thought they looked to be too easy an opponent. A tricky lot, those drow. Very smart to split my party with magic. I hope my fellows fared better than I did. I shall take that as a compliment, human. Take it any way you wish, drow. I will not waste time trying to make friends with you. I expect nothing but treachery in this place. So, am I to face you in battle or not? I must not be in the spell for long because my mind is sound, and I know that nobody does good deeds for free. Speak your intent. I did not release you to do battle. you are free to go as you wish. Well, that's an answer that gives me pause. I did not expect to meet friendly sorts in these tunnels. Take care down here. Your charity will find very little appreciation from the inhabitants of this place, as you well know. There are dangers here for everyone, no matter how long you have stayed. Knowledge is the key to safety. I learned that quick, I did. To the east you'll find a group of Kuatoa guarding a bridge. A nasty lot they are. Oh, I'm one step ahead of you there, Gaunt. I've already faced them. Also, to the north are the gates to a drow city. I was ambushed by a drow war party near there. I barely escaped with my life. I'd urge caution if you travel in that area. I must try to find my way out and discover what happened to my own group. I wish you well. Ah, you're the person that can be talked out of being fought. I thought that we could do that for the, warrior, but that was not the case. And now, last but by no means least, is this encounter here. There's one more of these to do, and if you think there's going to be a terrifyingly dangerous opponent trapped within there, you are absolutely right, because there is. But I am not going to hold back on my spellcasting to protect me. We are going to summon a couple of undead servants. You will have one cast. You will cast to summon one. You will cast to summon one. Then you will cast to summon another one. There we go. Then we are going to bless the entire party. We are then going to protect them from fear, because that's going to be something we have to worry about. We are then going to get a negative plane protection on Dawn, then Terry. We are then going to have a simulacrum. A simulacrum doesn't need all the protections that the other people do. We'll have a berserk. We'll have a berserk. Then you are going to negative plane protection Terry, just in case. Look at all the icons that Terry has by her portrait. That is a lot. And finally, we're going to have haste as well. There we go. Now you're going to back up. You're going to back up. You're going to back up. You're then going to make yourself invisible. And we're going to have Korgan use this. You have released a lost soul. You may be wondering how dangerous this lost soul is. It's a lich. Release. The living shall pay for the undeath of this prison. I walk again. Yes, you are free. Have you kind words or a reward for your saviour? The living prattle to Alcra. Ah, it has been long since I heard their screams. I will not waste time with these simian creatures. Come to your deaths quickly, big children. I have treacherous drow to deal with. Oh, you should not have tried to fight us. We are ready for you. You're going to start slinging bullets. You're going to start shooting arrows. And as soon as all your defenses are up, whoa, you were nearly killed there. You were nearly obliterated before you could do anything. I think a Pierce shield is going to be useful here. Very useful. That might take care of some of the spells. I think also a... let's think here. We could have Simulacrum to get another Edwin, but I think a Kelbun's Warding Whip might be handy, because Kelbun's Warding Whip is good for, is that a 7th level spell? It is good for dispelling protection spells. And that is what the Lich is protecting themselves with. We're so close to killing it, we just need to get past the thing preventing our melee attacks from going through. I'm expecting, yeah, there is the time stop. There is a death spell on Korgan, which won't work. There is a symbol of stun, which also won't work. And there is a symbol of fear, which also shouldn't work. Well, all of the skeletons that we summoned are gone. Now, we just want you to attack here because the actual Lich is invisible. And unfortunately, you are held, which is not great. There is a fireball. Waiting for the Lich to reappear. There you are! Now, the Kelpin's Warding Whip is unfortunately gone. We do have a few other things we can do, like our word stun. We'll give that a go. And the Lich is gone! Ha ha! A fine hit there. Who dealt the final killing blow? I believe that was Korgan. Well done. We got quite a few things in reward for that. We got 3 scrolls. And these scrolls are pretty decent. Also, you can't level up yet. You are so close to leveling. 348 experience. But you can level. So let's level you up. 1 extra first level spell, 1 extra second level spell. Thaco reduced by 2. That's pretty impressive. Your Thaco is currently 0. Let's check your spells. I'm sure there are a few I have not got here ready. We have 1 first level spell. We could always do with another Cure Light Wounds or a Sanctuary. Remove Fear is also pretty good. Detect Evil might be handy. Why not? And I think a... We gotta find traps already. Another slow poison? Yeah, another slow poison. Can't hurt. Marvellous. Now we just wait for everybody to be able to move once again. Korgan is now pretending to be Terry. You cannot replace Terry in the party, Korgan. You just don't hit hard enough. Terry hits extremely hard. Now we could use freedom to get them back, and actually I will do that for Terry. We should probably get another freedom prepared, actually. That seems like a good idea. A really good idea. Let's get that set up now. Freedom is a 4th level spell? It's a 4th level spell. Right, we could... actually, all of these are quite important. They're all pretty important. We'll only have 1 freedom. When you get another spell in that, another spell slot in that level, we will get a 2nd freedom. And with that, we have dealt with all of the threats contained within this thing. There are no more sides that we can use, and we will go back to the Swerfneblin settlement and report on our success. Once Dawn is back with us.
What is it now?
We could try to dispel magic. That could work. Let's give it a go. What's the worst that could happen? Hey, that worked! Marvellous. Rest time? We need to get your stone skin back. You invisible again. And now let's pop back to the settlement and report on our success, and maybe we'll encounter a minor enemy to level up Terry. Not likely, but I can hope. There's also that shadowy area there. Not pleased about that. There could be an enemy hidden in that wall. Who knows? There could be an enemy hidden there.
Whatever you decide.
Yes.
We have peace through respect and watchful eyes. Respect it, and we respect you.
Nothing to
Fair enough. Let us work our way back over to here. Hopefully the reward we're going to get will make this all worth it. I imagine it will. After all, when you're trying to free that Swerfneblin, you could accidentally free the Lich. At least the game gives you the option of freeing the Swerfneblin without freeing the Lich. Imagine if both were trapped in the same thing somehow, and you had to defend the Swerfneblin against the Lich. That person wouldn't last very long. We have difficulty, though the spells that we cast made that quite an easy fight compared to the other encounters with Liches we've had. Well, apart from the one where we just silenced it and then whacked it with our weapons until it died.
Yes.
That was the easiest.
Very well. I'll watch your back.
Yes.
Ad Gossel Tastone? Gossel? Darat? Forgive my intrusion, but I have news. I found your child and set him free. My child? He did return most recently, and had a tale of rescue to tell. I thought him mad from hunger, or worse. I would not have guessed surfacers would come to his aid. Those not of the granite seldom look our way at all. Please, accept this gift on his behalf. I thank you. I do. There's the experience. Marvellous. Level up time. We gain another proficiency point, and more Thaco. Now, what are we trying to level up? We're trying to level up Longbow, of course, which now makes us a master. We receive +3 to hit as opposed to +2, +3 to damage as opposed to +2, and for warriors only, that extra half attack per round with a selected weapon. Marvellous. We now have 162 hit points. And so, when we come back, folks, we are a level 18 character, and we require 248,681 experience to gain another level. And that experience will go by faster than you might think, because there's lots of experience to be had in the Underdark, and we've not even finished exploring, though we have seen quite a lot. It's mainly this area over here that we need to examine, and the tunnels if we choose to. We may do, or we may wait until the plot demands that we have to go there, because you can imagine the plot will demand that.
No? Come on, I'm getting itchy, let's go!
Lillical, were you not happy with the combat we had with the Lich? No, of course you're not. You've been spoiled on that Balor fight, haven't you? Now you're expecting Balors everywhere. Well, I've got some bad news for you. We're not going to be fighting Balors every day. You just have to dial back your expectations. I'm sorry, we won't have another Balor fight for quite a while. I'm sure there will be one, just not for a while. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then.
Later.
Later.
So.